What's up, guys? We're here live from Australia. We're watching tennis and a brew. Hey, what's up, tennis fans? We are here at Ponyfish in downtown Melbourne, right in the middle of the Yarra River, literally underneath the bridge. Apparently they have great beer, so that's what we're here to try. We have Cooper's Brewery, which is somewhere in Australia. It's a big country, but it's somewhere. It's an original pale ale, so we're going to give this a shot, and we're going to talk some tennis. We are here from Melbourne, 1 week into the Australian Open 2016. Let's talk about Melbourne, huh? It's a lot different from Sydney, which is kind of the tourist hotspot in Australia. Melbourne's more of the cultural capital in a lot of ways. Very, very fun town, friendly people, a lot of things to do, places to eat. Definitely recommend taking a trip here sometime, especially during tennis season, because everywhere is great during tennis season. But this place, the town really embraces the tournament, so that's a lot of fun for all the fans out there. Anyway, now on to the tournament itself. Like I said, the first week is just wrapping up today. This is recorded on Sunday at the end of the first week, and we're already missing a Nadal, and Sloane Stephens, Caroline Wozniacki lost early. So there's been a lot of upsets, I guess you'd say, a lot of surprises. So far, the players who we felt were going to be the strongest have held true. Serena Williams, Novak, Federer's looked really good as well. And then David Ferrer, I think, is another sort of dark horse player. He's been running through this tournament pretty easily. He's always one of those guys who's there towards the end of a tournament, but you tend to forget about him because he is always there. He never wins the tournaments, but he makes it difficult for the other guys to win. So, and then Andy Murray, I think, is the other solid favorite at this moment. Most odds makers would probably predict the final to be between he and Novak. Although you could have Stan Wawrinka take Murray out in the semis. That's possible. Stan's another guy who's looked tremendous so far. Really not giving anyone any chances. Unlike last year, where he stumbled a little bit early, even though he made it far into the tournament. But this year he's looking just completely on point. So really, there's been a few surprises, but the players who were predicted to go deep into this tournament have held true for the most part. On the women's side, you had Wozniacki, but then you also had Petra Kvitova lose early, which was a bit of a surprise. Garbine Muguruza lost the other night, so that's another surprise. But as I said, Serena, it looks like we're set up for a Serena Sharapova clash of the Titans in the quarterfinals, which we were all hoping for going into this tournament. So that's exciting. It's been a fun week, and we're excited to see the second half. It's been really a pleasure to be here in Melbourne and to experience the tournament firsthand. I would say the main arena, Rod Laver, is one of the best center courts in tennis from what I've seen. In terms of there really is no bad seat. Everything is close in. Everything has really good sight lines. A lot of the seats are shaded, and it just has kind of a nice intimate atmosphere for being a stadium court. So love that. The practice courts are pretty accessible for fans to see your favorite players hit. The best part is it hasn't been too hot this week, which is pretty unusual. We've been enjoying rain here and there. We're going to miss it down here, and we're going to stay tuned for the second week of what's shaping up to be a great tournament. Hopefully an exciting business end. And my predictions of Novak and Serena, I think I'm going to still stick with those. And then there's the whole backstory about the match fixing, which I don't really know much about, so I'm not even going to try to tackle that one. But if any names do emerge in the next few days, it's going to really suck and probably put a damper on the end of this tournament. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But having said that, I do hope that if there is some corruption happening, we should get to the bottom of it eventually, preferably after this tournament, and try to sort it out. But right now, there's just so many weird random details and hearsay that it's hard to come to any conclusions at the moment. But we'll monitor the situation and report on it. So that about does it from Melbourne. Thanks for watching, and we will be back next week from the frigid United States. San Diego's not so bad, but to comment on the second week of the Aussie Open. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching once again.